Today we're gonna talk about three types of dhammas. There are three lokas or manifestations of the dhamma. The first is prakata dhamma, where the dhamma and its pastimes fully manifest in this world, material world. The second is aprakata lila sthala, or the real spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna and Radhika Rani perform their Nitya Lila, eternal pastimes. And the third is Drishyamana Dhamma, which is the Vrindavan on the earth that we can see now. At the present time, we cannot see Radha and Krishna, and we cannot see their pastimes. What we are seeing? Who we are seeing? Because we are covered by Maya, we cannot see any pastimes, but we can hear of their pastimes and then understand. For example, that the same Govardhan that was lifted by Krishna, and this is here, and this is the same Yamuna as in Krishna's pastimes. This is called Drishyamana, or the present vision of Dhamma. What is Prakata Dhamma? When Krishna descended with all his associates, Brajadham also descended from Goloka Vrindavana. Although both Prakata Dham and Aprakata Dham are one and the same, and there is no difference between them. But on the other hand, there is a difference. At the time of Krishna's Prakata Lila, when he descended to this world and played the pastime here, Yogmaya connected this earth to that transcendental pastime place in the spiritual sky called Goloka Vrindavan. At the time, the beauty of that place, Vrindavan Dham, on the earth was so glorious. All those who were Nitya Siddhas, eternally liberated, and Sadhana Siddha, perfect through spiritual practice, could go there and see Radha and Krishna. And those who were practitioners, the sadhakas, as well as those who had attained bhava, also could go there. Another difference is that although Vrindavan here in this world is the same as the transcendental Dham, because our eyes are material, being covered by Maya, or in other words, Yogmaya has covered the Dham. We cannot see that. On the other hand, a very high-class devotee sometimes gets a glimpse of that Aprakata Lila. In that Aprakata Lila, there is no birth pastime of Sri Krishna. Abhimanyu, the husband of Radhika, is also not there. And Krishna does not go from Vrindavan to Mathura and Dwarka. Only the mood or the conception, abhimana, of such pastime is there. For example, everyone in Vrindavan has the conception that Yashoda bore a son, Krishna. But there is no janma, no birth pastime in real Vrindavan. Only Navakishore, Natavara Murti Krishna is there, and Radhika is also there. This is the root substance of Aprakita Vrindavan. In Aprakita Vrindavan, there is only an idea that Krishna has gone to Mathura and Dwarka. At the time, the Brajavasis are thinking, oh, this separation is very bad. We cannot tolerate this. In Prakata Lila, Krishna's pastimes in one of the material universe, this is called Prakata Lila. However, this conception takes a tangible form. In Aprakata Lila, Srimati Radhika thinks, I am married to Abhimanyu. But this is only a mood or conception created by Yogmaya. On the other hand, here in Prakata Lila, that conception takes a shape, and everyone can see that Abhimanyu is the husband of Srimati Radhika. In other words, in this Prakata Dhamma, in Prakata Lila, everyone can see that Yashoda is giving birth to Krishna. There in Aprakata, although there is no birth, everyone thinks that Yashoda has begotten a child, and that his name is Krishna. They also have the conception that Krishna has gone to Dwarka, although actually he has not gone anywhere. They lament, oh, Krishna has gone, Krishna has gone. He should not have gone. I am feeling so much separation from him. Similarly, there is no Kamsha in Aprakata Lila or Nitya Lila. There is only an idea of him. The Brajavasis think, oh, if Krishna goes to Mathura, you will fight with Kamsa and Chanura and Mushtik. There really is no Chanur or Mushtik there. Only the idea is there and created by Yogmaya. In Prakata Lila, however, this conception has taken solid shape and have become Chanura, Mushtika, Kamsa, Jarasandha, and so on. Only a realized person or a devotee whose bhajan has come to the stage of bhava can understand these truths. I am giving only an outline, only for those who want to advance, for those who have no earthly desires, and for those who are always thinking of these subject matters. I am telling all these things in order to help them. This is called association. A man who is always engaged in making money, who desires pratistha, that is name, fame, and all other worldly attainments, who is always busy in earning his livelihood, cannot understand these principles. Still, we are describing them. We know that such high-class devotees are very rare, but still we are speaking these things so that all of you can hear. In the future, all of we may be fortunate enough to attend that place, Golok Vrindavan. So there is no difference between the Vrindavan that manifests in this material universe, which is called Prakata Vrindavan, and the Vrindavan in the spiritual sky, which is called Aprakata Vrindavan. But our eyes, covered by Yogmaya, cannot see this. We have no conception of Aprakata Leela, only Prakata Leela. All the Leelas in Prakata Leela, however, are Aprakata Leela, and therefore Parakya Leela is also there. The root is there. The perverted reflection is on this world. In the mundane extra material affairs take place here and there between boys and girls. This is only the mundane, but the real is Radha Krishna's divine Leela. Sri Radhe, Hare Krishna.